Hi. So I've been thinking about doing this video for a little while now. I wanted to kind of summarize my, I guess, musical resume. So I spent a little bit of time compiling the various bands and projects, stuff like that over the years. I'm gonna play some clips from stuff, talk about how bands formed, that sort of thing. I'll link to wherever the music is still kind of available to stream. Of course, that's at the mercy of however long some of these sites stay up or profiles stay live. Probably never will be taken down unless like Reverb Nation or something else goes down completely. Anyways, welcome to my musical resume, part 1, The Phantom Menace. I do have older recordings, solo stuff, that I won't include in this video. That would be pretty much anything I self-recorded from like 2005 till like 2010-ish. Maybe if this video gets like 50 likes or something, maybe I'll go through that, but I don't know if anyone actually wants to hear that. I don't know if I want to hear that stuff. In the meantime, we'll go back to the distant past of 2010. Anyways, in 2010-ish, all the timelines on this are pretty approximate. I formed an acoustic duo with somebody that I met over Kijiji in the artists-musicians section. We both brought our own material and mostly just collaborated on songs that either of us had written. When I was looking this up, I didn't really remember what the band was called, to be honest, but I did figure it out. And we were the Autumn Eclipse, which also then sort of transitioned into a band called In the Valley Burning when we recruited some more members, got some drums involved, etc. But I believe these recordings that I'll show you are just the duo. Let's see.
Left it all behind, my metal home and fields besides. It's nothing but rust. Well, I ran away from it all. I'd do it again. I'd do it again. Well, I ran away from it all.
So I remember recording this stuff. We did pretty much all of it at his house, and it's basically just through my laptop microphone, like built in. So you know what? I would say the recordings sound pretty good. I mean, we obviously could have been better rehearsed. Like, it was all tracked live. Like, that was both of us playing. We weren't really overdubbing anything. We were playing alongside each other. That one was a little song called Dust. I remember writing that one.
Well, I ran away from it all. I'd do it again. I'd do it again.
And in fact, that one actually carried over to, I think, the next band that I'll show you. But yeah, just a little taste for you. Anyways, we are moving on to 2011-ish. So yeah, I was in a band called Fire for Effect. This felt like a much more real band to me. I don't know if that's offensive to anyone. It felt like a band I could be more serious about music in, I guess. And the previous one kind of fell apart due to band member drama that I won't get into. But bands are kind of funny. Like, most of the bands I've been in have been pretty good and pretty relaxed and pretty much go with the flow, but I think it also happens that you reach impasses, creative differences, maybe people are too dramatic, or there's a difference in, commitment. Lots of things can end a band. Some members of the previous band So what I was talking about earlier, Autumn Eclipse, we sort of morphed into a band called In the Valley Burning, recruiting a friend on bass and a friend on drums. And yeah, our drummer and our bassist came over for a little bit at least, and then we had to find a new drummer eventually, but this was Fire for Effect. I was writing pretty much all the songs, obviously collabing on, I wasn't a drummer back then, I was not even really a bassist, so kind of handing things off for people to do their own thing with, but writing the music and lyrics for most of them. And we played a few shows. Some were good, some were bad. Anyways, this is Fire for Effect. I will play We're All Victims.
Castless or speechless, wired or uptight. These are the things that keep me up at night. Shut your lips and clench your hands. We're all victims of circumstance. Shut your lips and clench your hands. We're all victims of circumstance.
So yeah, that was a track called We're All Victims. Kind of just a fun little rock tune. A little technical. I feel like when I listen to this kind of stuff, I realize how sloppy my lead guitar playing is. But I think I still really love the energy behind it and the sort of the creativity of the riffs, I think. Here's another one called Amnesia. Here we go.
Pistols drawn, the moment of truth. One man young gets grit too. Cast yourself from high noon to everybody dies at some point in time. Know yourself and know your free will. Know your enemies, shoot and be still.
There's a song called Amnesia. I don't remember what it's about. I don't think it really had a larger message to it.
One man yawns against gritted two.
I will play one more from this band. It's a song called Druids. I won't play the whole thing though because it actually transfers over to the next band I play in. Anyways, here's Druids.
When the Lancer comes, where you gonna be? When bullets hit the dirt, through dust you can't see. You'll run for the hills, and the hills will arise. And only fool could see past your disguise. I won't be saving you. You won't be saving me. When the Druids come to take you home, and your spirit's on the breeze. I'm not one for giving up.
Anyways, that's a song called Druids. I remember writing that one. I wrote the main riff and I was thinking about ways of like alternating the guitar and bass playing the same thing.
When the landslide comes, where you gonna be? The bullets hit the dirt, the dust you can't see. 'Cause I won't be saving you. You won't be saving me. The Druids come to take you home. Your spirit's on the breeze. I'm not one for
turned out pretty well. Well enough that it actually made it to the next band I played in. Fire for Effect ended, I think, not long after we did recordings, maybe played a show or two. We had to change drummers. One of our drummers was actually moving back to Ontario. So we found someone else on Kijiji, which at the time was one of the best ways to find musicians, unless you knew a lot of people that played instruments and could, jump between projects and things like that. We recruited a new drummer. I don't even know if we played any shows. We must have, but we ended up just having a bunch of creative differences and band drama and things like that again, so maybe I'm the problem. No, I don't know. But yeah, basically we all ended up kind of quitting / just disbanding the whole thing. Then the bass player and drummer from that band actually came along with me to start a new band called Dark Sarcasm. Before I forget, Fire for Effect, I think I have some live footage that I can splice in, possibly even of us playing Dust, which was the song I showed you from the band previous. Here's the live footage. So now we're traveling to the year 2012-ish. So, I mean, technically I'm still in this band. Dark Sarcasm hasn't really formally disbanded. I think we all just got busy with life, even in the past few years, but we started in 2012, or so my notes tell me. This is a band that I can more easily label, I feel like, because a lot of the creative direction was me writing songs, bringing them to the guys, working on them, making them weirder if need be. Yeah, we were like a progressive rock / metal band. Still are, I guess. Around this time I was starting to do more multi-instrumentalism. Is that a word? I was starting to be more of a multi-instrumentalist. So on the 2 recordings that we have, I was playing guitars, keyboards, and singing. We had several more songs, but we never ended up getting around to recording them. Maybe we will one day. I'm not sure. To get you started, I will play Druids, which was the song that bridged the gap from Fire for Effect into Dark Sarcasm.
Twisted my brother, twist of fate. Druids, come on, good.
Still love that song. It's fun to play, it's fun to sing. Since there's only 2 songs, I'll show you them both anyways. This other song is called Galactus.
The compass points north as I search for my worth. The strength needle in the hay can link every dawn to his day.
a song called Galactus by Dark Sarcasm. Yeah, it's funny listening to those recordings because we recorded those for free. It was all basically just stuff I had on hand, like microphones. I used GarageBand, which was free on my laptop, which is why it sounds like poop. It doesn't sound that bad, but it's pretty lo-fi, I would say. But learned a lot recording. I remember writing Galactus. I think initially I called it Colossus or something like that. It was literally the night after I saw Rush play for the first time, who are probably my favorite band. I just had this moment of like clarity of like, wow, I really need to write a song to, you know, deal with the emotions of being able to see my favorite band, and I wasn't sure if I would ever get to see them again. Spoiler alert, I saw them 3 times in total. Yeah, it's interesting. I did find some old footage of us playing live. It's not very good quality. It's not even a complete song, but I'll include that anyways, so here that is.
Invisible.
So that was 3-ish years. Like the Dark Sarcasm recordings were done in 2013, but that was 3-ish years of my musical resume. Part 1, The Phantom Menace. I'll probably put out a part 2, part 3 maybe, part 4 maybe, depending on how much I got. I want to do these in chunks, I think, because it's a lot. But yeah, links below for the stuff that I did show you. I take no fault if those links break at some point, but it's there if you want to listen to the full tracks, because I only showed you a sampling of those. But yeah, thanks for joining me on this adventure, and we'll see you in part 2 when we travel to 2013-ish. Bye! Thanks for joining me. I should probably say that more sincerely. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. We'll fix that in post.